What's up, you sexy sushi warriors? Welcome back to Fried Sushi. Today we're going to be reacting to Oprah's Where Are They Now on Bone, Thugz, and Harmony. Now, BTNH was my shit back in the day. I used to love them more than anything. Crossroads was my jam. Used to play that on repeat. It's still on my Spotify playlist right now, and it pops up every now and then, and it brings back the feels in my heart. So let's get to watching this. I'm proud Oprah's doing something with her life since her show got canceled. Thought she was gonna end up broken on the streets.
Cleveland-based rap group called Bone, Thugz, and Harmony was one of the most successful groups of the 90s. Byron Anthony McCain, a.k.a. Busy Bone, was a founding member of that group. His horrific childhood and story of survival has been an inspiration to so many. So we with Busy at a studio in Burbank, California.
One thing I always say is I was very, very jealous, and I say this in like literally every video, but I was very jealous of their hair. I just want cool, wavy, flowy hair, like Busy Bone hair. That's all I want. Just some cool, flowy hair. Is that so hard? Jesus.
It's most my life, but on my mind to make it back one day. Maybe someday I don't work out so.
Right now we're at the studio working on the new Crazy Bone and Busy Bone record. My relationship with Bone Thugz and Harmony, being a member, we're a crazy group. The two best friends in this group, one shot the other one. There's almost nothing.
When did this I never knew this happened. Are you serious? Who shot who? We need to Google this afterwards. I need answers.
You can do as a brother that you can't be loved for it, you know. So we're bonded in a street way. When we all kind of first met, I'd say we were a year or two in knowing each other, and then we all went down to Lazy Bone's basement, and everyone showed their talents, what they could do, whether it was beatbox, whether it was rap, whether it was write, visualize, sing, whatever it was. You know, that's when we just started putting it together organically.
From the first of the month to the ruggish bone, every beat that Crossroads stayed in the billboard, baby said Wayne made up the word line.
To describe the style of Bone Thugz and Harmony, I think the way that we came up with it was like the culmination of beatboxing, fast rap, the idea of it just continuously and consistently flowing, and I think it just all came together from that. We were the only group to collaborate with those legends: Big Pun, Biggie Smalls, Tupac Shakur, of course our mentor Eazy-E. It's the equivalent of working with Marvin Gaye and some of the guys in Motown, may they rest in heaven, that have passed, but just for this genre. So yeah.
You could tell that he is like woke. Just the way he talks and like carries himself. Like, I feel like he should be a motivational speaker. If he came to my high school and he's like, "Don't do drugs, kid," I would be like, yes.
It's sort of uncanny, but, you know, yeah, it's just something we're known for. And then the song Crossroads took off from there and sort of was the platform. Why I'd stepped away from the group is, I'd say, to sum it all up, it would probably be because of an infringement on my creativity. And
see, just an infringement on my creativity. See, you would think he was a thug because he did the gangster rap music back in the 90s, and because he was in a group called Bone Thugz and Harmony, but he is not thug because thugs don't use words like infringement. I don't even know what the hell that means. And I went to college.
Wanting my guys, my band to roll with me, you know. I've always loved music, and I've always had like spiritual things and a few different issues that I wanted to touch on. As the story goes, my mother got into it with her dude. I was kidnapped along with my two sisters. I wasn't his biological child, and we were gone for 2 years. A lot of messed up things happened. I was told so many crazy things. My mother was dead. My grandmother was dead. There was no more Christmas.
It's crazy how he just talks about this stuff like, you know, my mom died, my grandmother died. It was all lies, but like, I feel like if this happened to me and I had to talk about this, I would be pouring tears. Just. Let's get back to this video.
People tried to touch on me, you know, before I could defend myself. Eventually, the babysitter in Oklahoma seen a broadcast of John Walsh, and he demanded for all the kids that were kidnapped to be posted at the end of his broadcast. And that's how I was found. And the babysitter called in and said, I know who this guy is. And they changed our names, our birth certificates, all kinds of stuff. And eventually the police, they came down to the school, called me and my sisters down, you know, got with our mother finally, and she was already going through some stuff as well. So we wound up in foster homes a year and a half, 2 years later, for about 5-6 years. I went through a lot of things as a kid, and I think that, you know, it helped me become who I am. I always want kids to know, girls to know, dudes to know that if you've ever been touched on, first of all, that's not your fault.
Right.
And, you know, from that point on, you should never be afraid to talk about someone that hurt you, because you take that joy from them.
You see what I mean about being a motivational speaker? He should tell these things to the youngins around the world. He should be in their school. I can imagine him with his hair in a nice little slick back ponytail, all gelled up. You know what I'm talking about? And he just over here speaking true words because he's woke.
Your triumph becomes the most euphoric point of that situation. You take that from them. That's how I look at it. That's why I'm always open. You know, I've been able to help a lot of people because they're like, you know, I can just really actually get up and just say to hell with it and accept it and go forward and focus in. The things that I do to, you know, to get my outlook on child abuse, kidnapping, mental abuse, physical abuse, and so on. It's Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's make sure that you sign every autograph at the end of the show as much as you can. Always greet the people that see you.
I love that because there are a lot of people who get famous and then they just kind of forget about their fans. And it's like, I just feel like if you get to that level, how hard is it to truly just spend 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds to say, hey, what's up? Write down your signature and go. Why is that so hard? Maybe I'm missing something because, you know, I'm just some dude who lives in Chicago who doesn't do much at all, really, like, ever.
You know, with some sort of thank you, because I know everybody has a story.
10? Why you got so many kids?
The Busy
bro?
Clan is vast and glorious. I get a lot of flack sometimes for having so many kids, but I always say beyond the money, beyond the gold, the diamonds, the fun, the notoriety.
You're trying to brag humbly, you know, beyond the diamonds, the gold, all the money, the big house that I live in, this nice watch on my wrist that cost me $10,000, and the millions of dollars that I make. Like, bro, calm down.
The kids are the biggest riches that you could ever have. I have 6 grandchildren, and they love me so much. You know, anything that happens, they're always calling me, stub my toe. Like, cool. So, yeah, they're the light of my life. They're in the family business. My sons, they're like the hottest group out now. Their name is Stig, Bloodline Harmony. It's my 2 sons and my 3 nephews. They're going to be with Crazy and myself during this process. And we're going to take the Bone legacy and the Bone music and the Bone brand into the future.
On every beat that Crossroads stayed in the billboard, baby said Wayne made up the word blank. Man, I should have patented a whole day.
Still sounds the same. True OG in the game right there. He deserves much more respect, much more notoriety. I think I said that word wrong, but he should be like one of the hottest rappers out right now.
The new album with Crazy Bone and myself, it's been 10 years in the making.
So we do it like this. So now we coming home, been around the world like a rolling stone, see the whole world wide in my own life. We can still come with it, you know, like bottom line, like we still relevant to the game, you know what I'm saying? Our influence is very, very heavy in the industry.
Why does Crazy Bone look like an old school pimp with a hat on right now? He just look like, hey girl, you better have my money by 10 o'clock I want $550. $550 in my hand by 10 o'clock tonight. That's for all 10 of you.
Still today.
I would describe it as classic, updated, relevant, young, fresh, innovative Bone music. We just have everybody's support, so it's Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's really what this is. It's Bone Thugs and Harmony at its finest. Most important thing in my life right now, I would say, is my kids. My children, my band, music.
This is a guy who has his priorities straight. He's not running in the streets talking about nothing. He is talking about his kids and his grandkids and then his music. He has his priorities. He's not like these chief queefs out here and these little Dirks and these who else is a terrible rapper? These little Yachities. Alright? He's taking care of his kids.
And we've accomplished most of our goals. I just want it to be, you know, written in the history books. We're a really, really good group.
You are in the history books. You guys deserve so much more. Shout out to Oprah for putting this on. Shout out to Crazy Bone and Busy Bone for being dope AF. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and comment down below what is your favorite Bone Thugs and Harmony song or member. And as always, don't forget to subscribe.